we've been talking about Spider-Man a lot on this pod,
Oh yeah.
and I feel like he's well worth talking about a lot, but kind of want to switch gears for a moment and talk about his best movie love interest. Okay. So we had three
Okay.
different Spider-Men.
I can tell you the
Okay.
worst one super fast, but we'll get to
Wait.
that.
I'm super excited about that. So we've had three different movies. So we had the Spider-Man movies, we've had the Amazing movies, and then we've
Yeah.
had the home movies, right?
Right.
Um and we've had a lot of different love interests in all those movies, right? So we had
Yep.
Kirsten Dunst playing original Mary Jane.
Mm-hmm.
In Spider-Man 3, didn't we have Bryce Dallas Howard playing somebody?
She
Um,
played Gwen, actually, I
she
think,
played
didn't she?
she played a blonde-headed Gwen, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, she played like an older Gwen Stacy who was like working at the Bugle or some shit,
Oh
right?
yeah.
We have in the Amazing, we have the Amazing, just titled perfectly. Um, Emma Stone playing the high school and collegiate Gwen Stacy as well.
Right.
So,
Right.
and then we got coming in the rear, we got Zendaya playing Mary Jane or MJ for short there. Did we ever see Betty Brant? Was she ever?
Betty Brant. I don't
Was she
know.
ever? Oh, was that Go to the original, or was that Spider Man 2? I don't remember. So yeah, it was Elizabeth Banks in Spider Man 2. She played Miss Brant, which was Betty Brant, which is also another love interest of um Peter Parker. They'd never really, I think they only like shared eyes. It
And
was never really a
which one?
thing. Elizabeth Banks was in
Oh yeah, yeah,
Spider-Man
yeah,
2
yeah.
as Betty Brant.
Yeah, yeah. She
Um
was the receptionist or Jonah Jameson's assistant, right?
yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, 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 yes. Now who was the other lady that was in the Raimi verse who was trying to throw it to Toby?
Uh,
Was that what was her who was like trying to give him the cookies?
yeah, yeah,
Or the
yeah.
cookies? Which ones, bro?
Uh,
Ursula. Her name
there
was
you go.
Ursula.
I know exactly what you're talking about, but I
Why
don't
he
remember who
never
the
pulled
actress
up on
was.
Shotty, man?
I mean, she was there. She was ready to get well with milk and cookies. She's definitely down for it.
My man
I
was
don't know.
fixated on the redhead. Come on, dog. Got this down ass chick, amazing right
Yeah,
here. She can bake all day, all night for you, dog.
all day long. Yep.
And yeah, her dad's an asshole and wants his rent money on the first, like a normal
He
landlord. But that's beside the point, though.
he could have got a rent cut too. You know, could have worked something out. You know.
Hey, welcome to the family.
Yeah.
Who out of all these amazing women who have been in Spider-Man's life, who has been your favorite actress or the character itself? We kind of have some repeats in there, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I will say that Emma Stone and Zendaya are the top two for me. Um, but I think I'll have to go with like I don't know something about Zendaya and the way they portray her, like just being down for whatever, uh, keeping a secret and uh, just willing to like be part of the mess, right?
yeah. She was like almost a part of the Spidey team, towards the end there.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, Emma Stone's was kind of the same way, but I mean, we know what happened with that. So
Still makes me cry every
yeah,
time
very sad.
I watch
Very, very
TASM 2.
sad.
Like I watch it just to cry, actually.
Yeah. But I just
Um,
felt like they had Peter and MJ, uh, Tom and Zendaya. They just felt like they had just a better connection and more love than any of the other ones.
gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. But the absolute worst was definitely Kirsten Dunst. That MJ was
Yo,
she
that
was she
MJ,
was
I
the
want
most
to
toxic girlfriend in the world.
the most toxic. Yo, she drove my man insane,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. Hmm.
Like, what do you want from me, okay? I'm out here, you know I'm Spider-Man now, okay? You
Oh
know
yeah,
I'm out
yeah,
here trying to do my damn thing, and
yeah.
you still ain't trying to give me none, okay? You know what? This is why Ursula stayed in the picture right here. This is why, this is why if Raimi had a fourth Spider-Man movie, which he was supposed to, Anne Hathaway was going to play Black Cat. You know what I mean? So like, you would have had some more
That
competition there.
would have been fine.
Exactly, because she would have been
Yeah.
awesome because she was awesome as Catwoman a couple years
Yep.
later. So,
Agreed. Agreed.
um, for me, man, it's
Yeah.
definitely Emma Stone, Andrew Garfield. That connection. Not only like she matched his wit, right? Like Spider Man has always been a guy who is a genius, but
Yeah.
also like witty and smart and with the quips and everything. And she
I can get with
matched him,
that.
especially in that second movie. She matched him beat for beat, and almost
Yeah.
like stumped him sometimes. And I'm like, that's why Emma Stone is so great, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was fantastic. My favorite. Zendaya too. Kirsten Dunst definitely a third. Actually, Chris Dunst is a fourth. Ursula comes in before her. Um,
Yeah, at least Ursula was like trying to bring something to the relationship.
I got
Yeah.
milk and cookies,
I
bro.
got milk and cookies over. And maybe a rent discount.
So many opportunities,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah. Just a lot of missed things there. Yeah.
Team, I know we talk about a lot of different movies and genres and everything, but most of our movie news comes from the comic books and world, and I don't know why. It's because I don't know. I'm a nerd, and
Ah,
Javi lets me pick whatever the hell I want to talk about. I guess you know.
I'm with it. It's cool.
Team, from the Hollywood Reporter, Lanterns, the new show that's going to be on Max, finds its Jon Stewart with Aaron Pierre. Kyle Chandler is already on the call sheet as Green Lantern hero Hal Jordan, and
Nice.
Aaron Pierre will be playing the man Jon Stewart, dude. So,
Nice.
Javi,
Yes, sir. What's up?
what do you think about this casting of these two guys, man?
Well, um, I think you kind of have to, which seem would be like fit into the type of person that is from the comic books and from like some other movies and stuff.
Yeah,
Uh, I mean, I don't really know much about Aaron Pierre's like acting history, so I don't really have much to say
I'm
about.
currently 1 hour into Rebel Ridge, and well,
Fantastic.
yes,
Okay.
he's fantastic. It's just really good.
Yeah, I mean, but the Green Lantern. I mean, I know there's bunches of different ones, right? Like
Hmm.
all over the place. So, but as far as John Stewart, that is very specific. Is that a correct statement?
That is very specific. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I mean, I don't really know. To be honest with you, I don't have a good history with Aaron Pierre, so it's kind of hard to say that if
So
he would be a
I've
good lantern or not.
I haven't seen him in much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, the other part of that, but like for watching him an hour into Rebel Ridge, like
Mm-hmm.
he definitely thing with John Stewart is he's a very straight laced, no nonsense, very opposite of Hal Jordan, who was like a jokester and
Yeah, yeah,
like always laughing and quipping and stuff like that.
yeah.
Like, and I think and for me, I think that's going to be a little weird for Kyle Chandler because anything I've ever seen Kyle Chandler do, he's always been straight laced and
Mm-hmm.
just like serious and to the point, right? Like he can laugh and have a good time, but everything I've seen him in, um, I feel like this is going to be a stretch for him.
Gotcha.
I just don't see him as Hal Jordan. I'm excited because Kyle Chandler is a fantastic actor, like
Okay.
one of the best out there. It's just going to be weird to see him. as Hal Jordan. Now, Aaron Pierre, just 1 hour into Rebel Ridge,
You're with it.
100% can carry it as Jon Stewart, dude, because
Let's go.
his character in Rebel Ridge so far is Jon Stewart to a T. Right?
Okay.
Don't give
Good
him,
deal.
don't take any shit. Very serious. Like even around like the Flash and all these other characters like Green Arrow who like jokes and shit like that
Mm-hmm.
in the comics and in like in the DC universe animated and stuff like that. He don't play those games. He's about his
Right. Right.
business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm more. Yeah. I think I'm more familiar with the Hal version with Hal than I am Jon Stewart.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can
Yeah.
see how you would say that, he needs to be a jokester, be able to pull that off.
But like this is supposed to be in the vein of Lanterns is going to be in the vein of like True Detective, that amazing HBO Max show that just wrapped up its 4th season. Um, so it's been on for a while. So it's going to be gritty and dark like that. So it's like a buddy cop thing,
Yeah.
but maybe we'll get like, Kyle Chandler stretching his comedic chops and heroism as Hal Jordan, and then Aaron Pierre already is going to bring it as Jon Stewart. Man, I'm
All right.
super excited for this. As soon as James Gunn announced that he was going to be having like a Lanterns type True Detective show on Max, I'm like, this needs to be out right now. I need this
So what are we waiting on?
right now, man, because like, I'm sorry. We'll talk about the Penguin in a little bit. Still good, rocking and rolling with that. The Agatha show, I fell off, dog. So
Yeah. Did you? I mean, when you
nope.
say you fell off, you just didn't watch it no more.
I have only watched 2 episodes.
Okay. Well, it does not get better. So you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're not. You're not. There was.
Oh man,
There was. I mean, if you don't care, I can just talk about it if we get to it. If you don't
guys,
care, if I just gotta spoil it.
we can definitely spoil it at some point in time, guys. We're
Okay.
gonna
Okay.
throw the Hollywood Reporter report about Lanterns finds both its Green Lanterns. Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan, Aaron Pierre as Jon Stewart. Guys, with those on our socials, let us know your thoughts and who is your favorite Green Lantern. What do you think about that Ryan Reynolds movie that came out years ago, guys? Shouldn't have won like an Oscar or two. All right, before we jump into the pod, spoil the hell out of this show for me, please.
All right. So Agatha. All right. So it's episode 4, right? I think
Mm-hmm.
4 episodes in. So pretty much the same thing happens. Like they do the little trials, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much the same thing over and over again.
Oh,
And some
nice.
singing, bunch of singing. But actually, the end of this past episode was a little bit of a twist because I believe we may have a son of Wanda, the boy. I don't
Oh,
know yet.
wow.
It twisted a little bit,
Okay.
so I'll let you know about next week's episode.
Please let me know because I will
Because
not know.
I'm still watching. I'm curious, but I'm not. It's not been the best thing ever though.
Gotcha.
But I just don't want to not miss something in the Marvel universe.
And then it'd be like a very integral part of like
Yeah,
Secret Wars or some shit.
Exactly.
And then I'm gonna be in the movie theater next. You'd be like, "What? What the hell are you talking about, dog?"
That's how they got me right now. It's like,
They got you about the
is it,
balls.
they really do. Because, like I said, I mean, I'm the show isn't the worst thing, but it's
Yeah.
not great either.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I got to see what's happening because that's what it's going to be. Like the next movie is going to be about this whole show, and we're gonna have no idea what's going on.
There should be like a tie-in somewhere, and I'm just gonna be lost. So I gotta watch it too. Damn it, Javi! Now I gotta watch this damn show.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
got to get it too. So, yeah, but there's a lot of singing, and it's pretty much the same song over and over.
Look, I will only tolerate singing from one person who's a
And that's
who is
Catherine
a
Hahn.
comic.
I got you.
Huh?
That's Catherine Hahn. I got you. Which
No, not even her. I will tolerate singing from one person and one person alone. Okay,
all right.
and he is the greatest action comic book character movie hero star of all time. Okay,
Oh yeah.
Hugh Jackman. That's the only person I'm tolerating singing from. All right, dude was in Les Mis. Okay, he does show tunes.
Yeah.
Dude
He's got
does
some stuff going
show
on.
theater. He's the man. Okay, only
He's the
person
greatest
ever.
showman, man.
Like,
The
he
greatest showman.
really is, though. That's like not even about Barnum and Bailey. That's about him. Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to this episode of Movie in a Pod. I'm Clyde Smith.
And I am Javier Villalobos.
On this week's episode, we're discussing the trailers for We Live in Time, Weekend in Taipei, the latest on the Penguin, and our movie of the week, Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
So excited.
It's spooky season, team. Let's get it.
So excited.
All right, team. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope y'all are keeping up with our socials as well. Just let you know, you get to see our beautiful mugs on all of our socials. Click that link tree in the show notes. Like, share, and subscribe, all that stuff. I got some trailers coming at you this week, team. Super excited about them. That Andrew Garfield, he's so hot right now.
He really. I wore a collared shirt just because he was going to be on the pod this week.
It's because we're going to talk about him on the pod. I didn't book him, damn it.
Oh man, this is embarrassing.
There is something that your daddy and I
There's something that Mummy and me want to...
we want to talk to you
Oh, my.
about. It's a bit serious, though.
Oh.
Oh boy.
What's happened to my underwear?
Boy, listen, no idea.
I'm so sorry, but do we know each other?
Yeah, no, I ran you over. Sorry.
That's a meat
I'm
cute.
out.
I've never seen
Wow.
one before.
We're going to make sure you have the time of your life.
Hi.
Hi. Probably ought to get going.
Who says? Unless you have shit to do, then.
I have nothing.
Breakfast?
Whether we like it or not,
There's a brunch.
the clock is ticking
What's the rush?
because I'm worried that there's a very
Wow.
distinct and real possibility that I am about to fall in love with you.
Nice.
Get it, boy.
Nice.
I'm okay. It's okay.
Oh
Honestly.
boy.
It's okay not to be okay. It's a lot.
Wow. They're preggers.
I'm not interested in a treatment that
I'm a
accidentally
little
wastes our
confused on
time.
this timeline
Why are
here.
you taking the ribs?
I can't bear the thought of being forgotten.
I feel like it's being interjected, like all three timelines.
Yeah.
I am guilty of looking ahead instead of right in front of me.
Hello.
Bingo.
Is it?
Oh,
I'm fine
no.
to walk, honestly.
This is ridiculous. Sorry, okay. You okay?
That's why he web swings, not drive.
Not good at it.
He's lived in New York his whole life.
All right. Give it a go.
What if he was like, I don't do this. I just kind of swing.
Yeah.
She didn't know what that means. She doesn't know what that means at all. He just says it. Don't even have my license, lady.
Yeah, that was a missed opportunity.
Team, we have We Live in Time, according to IMDb. an up-and-coming chef and a recent divorcee find their lives forever changed when a chance encounter brings them together in a decade-spanning, deeply moving romance. Coming to us from John Crowley and written by Nick Payne, starring the amazing Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh.
Nice.
JV, so like I know we're both big fans of both of these young actors.
Agreed.
I know you're not much. Well, I think rom-coms and like romantic dramas are growing on you. Stop me if I'm wrong, but like
now the rom-coms are, it depends on how much of the rom and how much of the com
This got to be a good percentage, right?
Because I just rewatched Anyone But You
Okay.
yesterday, actually.
Okay. Well, okay.
And I really
stop. Let me ask you a question before you do that.
Yeah, okay.
What was your first initial reaction to that movie the first time you watched it?
I enjoyed it. It was hilarious.
Okay. Second watch.
Same.
Okay, that's good. It holds up.
Yeah. For me, it held up the second round, but it was not as much of a. It was a very good mix, and Glenn Powell and oh my god, it didn't flew out my head. Really,
The
girl.
young lady.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney. That's
Jeez,
right.
that thing flew out my head. They were hilarious.
Yeah.
And they were also very emotional. And they portrayed some good parts in a good movie. Good fun movie. This one is probably more on the romantic side than it is the comedy side.
Yeah, I feel like it's baked. I feel like the comedy is like more natural in this one, just kind of the situations they get themselves in, but there's probably a lot of drama and the romance is there. Yeah, I definitely agree with that one.
Yeah, I don't mind a watch of one. I mean, one watch may lead to the second one, it may not. Just the way it is sometimes.
Yeah, what I'm excited about this one, man, is like they are two young actors and they're grown. They're fully fledged adults. Hell, Andrew Garfield's actually older than us, so excuse me.
I was about to say Andrew's been around for a minute.
Andrew's a grown ass man, dog.
Andrew was born in 1983. Oh, he's
exactly.
not older than us.
He's got a whole high school life ahead of us.
Yeah.
But no, like, so I see these two. I see this type of movie, man, and I'm like, this is going to be one of those 500 Days of Summer when Harry Met Sally, type movies, right? Where it's like it comes across as one of those romance drama type flicks that's going to stand the test of time. My favorite of all time is 500 Days of Summer, with JGL, and Zooey Deschanel, but I think this is going to be right up there, man. Two great young actors, who can definitely carry their own weight, who can bring an emotional toll, but also are both funny as hell.
Yeah,
when they don't even try to be. That's where it really is going to shine through, man.
Yeah.
So this looks really dope, man, and this is a date night theater drop for me.
Good deal.
So when are we going to go, Javi? Because you're my date.
All right, let's figure that out. You have my information.
Team, we're going to throw We Live in Time on our socials and let us know your thoughts. Also, let us know what your favorite romantic drama is in the comments, guys. Appreciate you.
I'm John Lawler. I was undercover to finally take Kwong's operation down.
Uh-oh.
Hey, that's the guy from the one
camera.
movie.
Oh, yeah.
That's had 19...
We can still solve this.
Dang.
Confidential informants come forward.
Wow.
I just need 1 weekend.
What's the handoff?
Taipei.
Absolutely not. After what happened last time,
we're
no,
not.
relax.
No,
The
you ain't
drug will
going no
still
damn
meet you
Taipei.
on
Don't
Tuesday.
This is
send him
Fast and
back.
Furious?
All right.
Is he doing the
send him
stairs
back.
drive?
Joey,
What is
my love,
happening
where
right
were you
here?
today? My trial study.
Oh boy.
Ready?
Yeah.
Who's the snitch?
That's an excellent question.
I can finally take him down.
Just
why
like
you married
30 seconds into this trailer,
Sometimes
like
it's
I
easier to
want to go to
forget the
Taipei, but I'm
past.
also scared as well. So
Joey, it's been 15 years. Whoever broke your heart is not coming back.
Oh boy.
How did you find me?
Mom, who's this?
Mom, you have a son?
John, calling Cindyman right now.
damn.
Bring me my wife.
Why is that guy so
Kill
big?
John Lawler.
You're in trouble now.
Okay.
Who is
Good
this guy?
gosh.
See, you haven't changed a bit.
Everyone, shut up and let me drive.
Okay.
This is between you and me.
I know what this movie is.
I mean, I'm a fan already.
Supposed to be dead.
Give it a minute, kid, and your mom will take care of
Can't
that.
kill a guy named John. Haven't you seen John Wick 1 through 4?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of what just happened to that Corvette though, but that's cool.
We forgot our keys.
You're stealing cars and he's punching everyone? Who are you people? Get in.
Where's dear mother?
All right, team. We have a Weekend in Taipei. According to IMDb, a former DEA agent and a former undercover operative revisit their romantic romance during a fateful weekend in Taipei, unaware of the dangerous consequences of their past. There's like a lot going on in this trailer.
So much. So much.
Like the most ever. You get like it's like a Fast and the Furious movie.
Yeah.
It's like Taken, right? Like it's like Luke Besson who, created the Taken franchise. It's like he
Did you
just took
ever
bits and
see-
pieces of everything and just put it all together.
Yeah, did you ever see Rumble in the Bronx?
Dude, that was one of the first Jackie Chan movies.
That-
That's the first Jackie Chan movie I watched.
Is the vibe I got from this movie.
That is the absolute first and my favorite Jackie Chan movie of all time, dog.
Such a good flick. We need to go back and check that one out.
Do that for show.
Yeah. That's the vibes I got. The
Okay.
kind of the stunts, the action, the story kind of is, there's a little story there, but it's really not that big of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just your pathway to all these crazy stunts and action sequences. And that is fine.
That is fun because it looks fun. Luke Evans looks like a badass. Sung Kang brings it. It just looks like a really good, fun time, man. Kind of reminds me of, like also like the Killer List or Killer's List or whatever the hell the movie that Batista just made. That's like, I don't need a big ass plot. I just need to have a good time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all I really want, and we're good
Fight
to go.
some people, drive some fast cars. Just, I mean, what better combination?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. So, guys, team, we have a Weekend in Taipei. We're gonna throw this on our socials. Let us know your thoughts. All right, man. So, a little bit about the Penguin.
Oh,
Tell you what's going on with that, man. So,
Yeah, what's happening?
So basically, with the Penguin, Oz Cobb, and I like that they're calling him Oz Cobb and not Oswald Cobblepot the Third or whatever.
Oz Cobb. It's a pretty cool name.
He's this lower level gangster man from downtown. I love that.
Yeah.
Downtown Gotham. The vibe though in this new episode is him and Sophia, they're trying to come to forces and sell a drug.
Of course.
You get a little bit of Victor's backstory as well, with understanding like what he was doing before, how his life was before the events of the Batman took place.
Okay.
Then after the fact, And then this most recent episode, we actually get a flashback of how Sophia got the moniker the Hangman, and what happened with that, and how she was in Arkham and shit like that, and like her future. And I'm gonna leave it at that, but like the shit's getting wild. Okay.
Gotcha.
Where like we focused really big on Colin Farrell's Oscob for the first 3 episodes. Then we got the second half of the episode was all about Victor, and this whole 4th episode was about Sophia, man. Like,
okay,
Kristen Milotti. I don't really like flashback. Like Victor's flashback was only like 20 minutes. So, and the rest of the episode was all like Oscob and him. This 4th episode was the entire thing was a flashback to Sophia Falcone and everything leading up to who she is now. And then like the last 10 minutes of like present events that are happening. I don't really like flashbacks because like Lost pissed that off for me. Like I watched all Lost, and every episode of Lost was just flashbacks about what the people were doing before. So I hate it in television. I feel like it's a dumb device that studios use to tell stories. This one actually worked. I was pissed off at first. I was pissed off the first like 2 to 3 minutes, but like I fell right into it, and I was like, this actually makes sense, man. And this is actually really enjoyable, and it brings a lot of depth to her character. So the Penguin's a really good show, man.
Okay.
I didn't know it was gonna be this good. Colin Farrell, Kristen Milotti, they're bringing it. Theo Rossi, Renzi Feliz, like Michael Kelly. These characters, these actors are bringing it on this show, man. So more to come with this. You know, it's a mini series, but we're still rocking and rolling with it, and I just good television right now, man. Super excited. Team, we're gonna throw the Penguin on our socials. Let me know if you're still rocking with it, and who's been your favorite character or your favorite character to hate. Let us know in the comments, team. All right, JV, the moment we've been waiting for, probably for like what, our entire lives, because you've been talking about this movie forever.
Yeah, since '88, I've been talking about it.
'88, man.
Was one.
You have been wanting to talk about this movie for the entire time we've had this podcast, but even before that, you were like, Clyde, when are you going to get on this movie?
I've been a fan.
Yeah. Team, this week we're talking about Killer Klowns from Outer Space, guys.
Super stoked.
Javi is super stoked here. The thing I did not do is find out what other films came out in '88, and I apologize about that, team. But there was a slew. None as good as this film, though. I'll just leave it at that, okay? Okay? None as good as Killer Klowns from Outer Space. This movie came out in 1988. This movie is directed by Stephen Chiodo and written by Charles and Stephen Chiodo.
This film had a $1.8 million budget and brought in like $800 at the box office.
I'm sorry. Wait, I'm just reading this right now. This is my first time seeing this. What?
So this never was in theaters. It was not released in theaters. It was VHS and Laserdisc.
Can you adjust that for inflation? Is it still like only like $7.50?
Well, like it had one or two showings in theaters, which I don't know if that even what that is relative to, but it was never released in theaters.
Wow.
So, on Laserdisc. All
right, man. Who's starring in this film here?
All right, starting this, we have Grant Kramer as Mike Tobacco, Susan Snyder as Debbie Stone, John Allen Nelson as Dave Henson, John Vernon as Curtis Mooney, Michael Siegel as Rich Terenzi, and Peter Lacossi as Paul Terenzi.
All right. Give us that quick synopsis so we can get into this amazing cinematic adventure.
Yeah, alien clowns come to this town to kill and or eat the humans?
We really don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of did a little both.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
torment.
tormenting some snacks. They were picking up some. It was like a QT trip. They're trying to pick up some road snacks.
They're going to 7-Eleven on us,
Yeah.
dog. They're just stopping by this California town. All right, man. So let's start at the top here. And I'm sorry, like I did watch this movie. It was super late at night. I don't know who is who, but I'm thinking Mike Tobacco is the current boyfriend of Debbie
Yes.
Stone. All right.
Correct.
He's this like preppy white 80s, guy, probably in a frat or something. And him and his girlfriend, Debbie Stone, they go and they're at this lookout, what is it, Lover's Lane, Lookout Mountain or whatever.
Yeah.
And you know how in normal fashion in the 80s, when something happens, they see something, like for some reason, people have to go investigate. I don't know why.
They have to run into the woods and see what's going on. They got to make sure it's safe.
Gotta make sure the dark, spooky woods are safe.
Yeah.
Okay. And they find a carnival, what looks to be a carnival happening in the middle of the woods. So what do? They go inside.
Why not?
Right?
Why not?
I just want to take a beat, okay, for a second. Mike is like, maybe it's a carnival. What's the worst that can happen? Debbie is like, it's in the middle of the woods, babe. We should go. This should not be here, okay?
Right.
The carnival doesn't come until July, okay? It's November. What the hell is
definitely happening? Doesn't come up here on the side of this mountain in the forest.
They switch locations, man, tax breaks.
Right, they move. Yeah, I feel you.
Oh my god.
I mean that's pretty much the whole beginning of the movie.
That's it.
Them discovering what's going on, and like it just starts right there. That's when the action starts.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I kind of like the movie is it doesn't lead to anything. There's not like some kind of big buildup. It just gets rolling.
Let's roll, man.
Right into it.
Let's get right into this here. So, with Mike along with the journey, and the person that he needs to save as well is Suzanne Snyder, Debbie Stone, and she's only telling him we shouldn't do this, but then she goes into the carnivals, which is actually a spaceship for these killer clowns, and they get trapped in there, and they have to get out by the skin of their teeth, and they're seeing that people are wrapped up in cotton candy. There's like a lot that they're seeing in there. This is not a carnival that they're in. This is clearly a weird looking spaceship. Let's get the hell out of here. And they run for their lives. She's the smart one in this movie, guys. Well, until a point.
Yeah.
Oh man, who's the cop? What's the cop's name?
So that is John Allen Nelson. That is Dave Hansen. He is the younger cop, and then you have John Vernon, who was Curtis Mooney, which is the older
asshole cop.
One that they fight. Them two fight the whole movie. They fight so much.
Oh man.
Yeah, Dave Hansen's like he's Debbie's ex-boyfriend, right? We kind of gather that from context clues. Until they actually just kind of say it out.
Yeah.
And they put it all out in the open. I'm guessing, he's kind of like the young hotshot, right?
Yeah.
And John Vernon as Curtis Mooney just doesn't care for him. He doesn't care for anything he stands for. Like he's trying to do old school, beat people and throw them in cells, and you don't have any rights kind of guy.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a cop from like the Jim Crow era, dog. You know what I mean? Like he definitely whooped up on some colored folk in his time. You know what I mean? Like let's just be real about it, right? He with a smile on his face, dog.
I mean, Curtis Mooney was already up there in age in '88 when they made this movie. So
exactly
been around. That cop John probably been around for a minute.
So yeah, so like those are our main players. We also have the Terenzi brothers who are like basically dealing ice cream the entire time, trying to find chicks.
Yeah.
They become Mike's wheels at one point in time, to race down the clowns.
And the clown thing on top of the ice cream truck, right?
Yeah.
So it's also good.
But like the draw for this movie, man. Well, if you can call it a draw, it made $745. So, the draw for this movie for me, man, is like the different clowns.
Yeah.
We had a lot of different clowns in this movie, and I thought it was gonna be like one or two, and the rest are just gonna be like, I don't know, lookalikes. But like they've actually spent, out of that $1.8 million budget, they spent money on stuff, man. They spent money on the popcorn guns, the special effects turning people into cotton candy, the popcorn turning into like aliens and shit like that, or whatever, or different creatures. That was cool. But the different look and feel of all these big ass scary clowns, I like that.
Yeah,
that was a really cool draw.
You had like some tall ones, some little tiny ones.
Ones that can fight Mike Tyson, So
yeah.
What was that about? There was one that jumped up in the air, came back down with like boxing gloves, and then knocked my man's head off. Like, what are we watching here? What are we with a smile on his face? What are we watching here, bro?
You could say that so many times in this movie. It's like, what just happened?
Like,
yeah, they all kind of had their own, like, they never really did much of the same things. Like they all kind of had their own means of torture or killing or capturing.
Yeah,
which was fun. Yeah,
like the clown that was in the jail, like also very interesting. Like, dude, you literally had all that time to like spruce up the jail with clown shoes and shit like that everywhere. Like, what kind? You're taking over the planet? What are you? Are you an interior decorator? Which one is it? You can't do both. Okay, you can't do both, bro. Okay, I have so many questions, man.
I've never even thought that. I watched this movie so many times. I've never even thought about like you took the time to because yeah. I mean, he took the time to clean up, and yeah, you're right.
Decorate a little bit.
Yeah, you decorate a little bit. Put some makeup on your boy.
Make a puppet, you know what I mean? He did a lot in a little bit of time.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, that's good.
But like the whole goal of everybody in this movie, right, is to one, survive, which nobody's doing that. And then our leads, Mike, Debbie, Dave, and then the Terenzi brothers, they're just trying to outrun these people, and eventually they're trying to save Debbie. Until the big showdown at the end. And like, I'm not trying to spoil it, but the big showdown at the end, I was like, why didn't they just release that bad boy on the city in the first place? Like, where was my man at the entire time?
Yeah.
Like the gargantuan leader. Like, what? Jojo the Clownzilla was the name according to Wikipedia.
There's a lot of unanswered questions. Go back to this movie, but yeah, like for me, the fun of it was kind of what you said, like a lot of different clowns, different styles, every scene was different. It wasn't like a repeat of one thing after another.
Yeah.
But it was also just kind of funny, like taking clowns and just really exaggerating everything you think of about a clown.
Yeah.
Right. The making balloon animals.
And turning into dogs and
fitting into a little tiny clown car. All
the tropes were there, man.
Yeah, throwing pies. little puppets and stuff. You know, it was it was all there, just over exaggerated to a point to where you just can't help but laugh and be entertained by how ridiculous it is,
Yeah,
and probably true. But that's a whole other part of my life.
towards like the middle of this movie, I'm just like, all right, what else do they have? Like,
Yeah.
what else are they gonna do to us here?
But it just keeps going.
It
right?
doesn't stop.
It does.
The zaniness and craziness of like what a clown does at a carnival or
Yeah.
at a birthday party, it just never stops. And like that's exactly what they did, except for these MFers were just killing people in such weird, strange ways. I think my favorite thing is like the mutant popcorn dog. Like
Yeah.
like the popcorn gun, so much spray on that thing, dog. Like the trajectory, the velocity on those things, man, just crazy, right? Like, but then later on, they turned into like little aliens and attacked people and attacked her when she got out the shower and stuff. It was just like, all right, well, I knew the popcorn was gonna do something. I wasn't expecting that. Thanks.
I was a big fan of the clown car scene.
Yes.
Just because it was just ridiculous.
When they were all actually like they were like nabbing Debbie, and then she like tries to jump out her window, and then there's like the three clowns that are holding the little like trampoline, whatever. They're just like on the trampoline, like waiting for her to jump down. Like, what? The zaniness does not stop, man, with this movie.
Yeah.
Like, I'll talk about that in my wrap. What I was going to say there. So, obviously the music, 80s vibe, just the 80s vibe all the way around. You know what I mean?
Very, very clownish,
low budget. There was a little punk rockish in the song itself, man. But just to reiterate, like, it's not. I'm thinking this entire time, right? Every time you talk about this movie, that it's like a slasher film. I'm thinking it's like a horror slasher film. Far from it. Far from it, man.
It is, yeah. Because when you think of slasher or horror, you're thinking like these guys are chasing after people. Cabin in the woods.
Yeah,
but they're just walking down the street.
Yep.
Like what was the one where the little small clown is riding his little bike, and he goes to the like biker bar.
Yeah.
And he just handles business
by himself.
There's no slasher or horror about it. It's just like they're just like a gang that just rolled into town and taking everybody out. Right?
Just wild, man.
Yeah.
Just wild. And like obviously at $1.8 million, talk about the look and the feel, man. It's very 80s small town. I'm reading in real time here that the Chiodo brothers are just known for like FX and special effects and everything.
Yeah.
And
very practical effect movie.
And that's like what they do best. And they brought it in this, man, to the best of their abilities at $1.8 million.
Yep.
For $1.8 million and being a movie from 88, dropping bars on you here. It looked not bad. Not gonna say it looked good.
Yeah.
It looked not bad.
I think it fit the vibe for me.
It felt like cheesy, but like cheesy on purpose.
Yeah. That's exactly the whole vibe of the movie.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing. Is it's like ridiculous and it's cheesy, but it's made fun enough to where you kind of disregard that, right?
And you shoot them in the nose, and they blow up into confetti.
Just FYI, if clown ever comes after us, not just smacking in the nose, and it's just some dude, you know what happened. You know why that happened.
I thought he was a killer clown. How am I supposed to know?
I was just.
Hey,
Yeah,
he's got boxing
a
gloves
clown
on.
face.
What the hell am I supposed to do, man? Like, you just
knock my head off.
Oh man.
Yeah, good time.
All right. Theme of this movie. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. There's not one.
There's really not, except for don't go into the creepy tent in the woods.
Yeah.
Let's not do
That's
that.
probably.
Yeah.
But like, here's the thing about that. They were coming to town anyway.
Yeah, agreed.
It was almost like you say that, but it's almost like Raiders of the Lost Ark thing. Like the Ark was going to be open regardless, right? They were still going to come into town if they didn't go into the woods or not.
Yeah,
my black behind would have never went into the woods. Would have never been on Lover's Lane to begin with.
Sketchy place.
Sketchy looking place, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of horror films where it starts out on Lover's Lane, Lookout Mountain, or whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, just don't trust clowns is a theme.
That's a theme of my life. I don't trust clowns.
Was it brought on? How old were you when you first watched this movie?
I mean, I was probably in my early teenage years, maybe.
Okay. And how long have you disliked
clowns?
Clowns?
It actually probably was one of my brothers that led me on to this one, to be honest with you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I just don't like clowns in general. They're,
like how early were you?
I appreciate an evil clown, because I feel like that's the truth. I don't like
they're showing their true
I don't like
colors.
happy clowns. I don't like happy clowns with a fake smile makeup on their face. I don't appreciate
Ronald,
those guys.
dog. Get back up, dog.
Yeah.
You are not slinging Happy Meals, dog. No, you ain't slinging Happy Meals in there.
Do you remember not too many years ago where like people were like going up to people's houses and being creepy in like neighborhoods dressed up as clowns and stuff?
And just standing there at their door?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah, they wouldn't be standing there for long around my house. We don't play that. We don't play that
dog.
mess.
Nah, man. You got a dinosaur for a dog. So
yeah. Anyways, not a fan of clowns.
all right, team. That's our conversation about 1988's Killer Clowns from Outer Space. JV, give me your thoughts and ratings on this cinematic masterpiece.
Yeah, man, this is one of my favorites I've been watching throughout the years, just for kicks, man. You just kind of turn your brain off, right, and sit and enjoy amusing, and at this point it's a cult classic. But yeah, I think just for me, just because I enjoy this movie so much, it's going to get 4 buckets of popcorn. I know it's not. I can't say
this is
5
our last
buckets.
pod ever, guys. This is our last podcast ever. This guy is off his rocker tonight.
I can't say it's 5 buckets because I know not everybody likes these kind of corny movies. But my opinion on it is it's a fantastic movie to just sit back and enjoy, just some comedy and some just ridiculous things that make me laugh for the whole time it plays. And it's not a very long movie, so much appreciated in that aspect as
well. That sweet spot, dog.
Yeah, man, what about you?
That sweet spot of 88 minutes, dude. Under 90, dog.
Yeah, can't get better than that.
Love it. We're gonna start just doing episodes, like TV episodes that are an hour long. Javi's gonna be like, that's what I'm talking about right here. Let's do season 19, episode 34 of Law and Order. Javi's like, yes, let's do it. It's only 42 minutes, damn
it. Yeah. So good.
This is my first watch of this film, man, and I was thoroughly surprised that it was like put together as well as it was.
Yeah.
Once again, I thought it was going to be like a really gory, disgusting, '80s like Freddy, Jason, Halloween kind of slasher flick.
Lamageddon, Lamageddon's in there too.
Lamageddon's a good. That's another B movie that you introduced me to. Good God, how do you find these things? This one, man, is like I like the dynamic of the clowns coming into town to terrorize, and then like the only thing I don't understand is like they were trying to leave with Debbie. Like, what was the reason for that, right? And I would have liked to know why they were trying to take her among all the other people, because the cute girl at the door who was like half naked that answered or whatever, they killed her off the bat, or they made her, but like they put Debbie in like a balloon or something. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
I have
how
questions.
they pick and choose. How they pick and choose is nobody knows. Nobody knows how it works.
I have questions, but overall, I will say I had a really good time watching this.
Yeah, awesome.
More fun than I thought I was gonna have. So I say this as not a big fan of B movies, but I'm gonna give this 3 buckets of popcorn, man.
Let's go. That was awesome.
I was thoroughly surprised, and I caught myself like, you ever like laugh and like roll your eyes like huh, but like roll your eyes
Yeah.
That was actually, it got me. I chuckled a little bit. You know what I mean? And that happened multiple times in this film. Like I was just thoroughly surprised, man. So yeah, this one
that
for me
is what the whole
3
film's
buckets.
about.
Thank you for subscribing to this week's episode, talking through Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Next week, we will be discussing the Jason Reitman flick, Saturday Night.
And that is showing in a theater near you.
Like always, I am Clyde Smith. You can find me across all socials. I am Clyde D. Smith.
I am Javier Villalobos. You can find me across all socials at Mr. J8200.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
And don't trust them damn clowns.
I don't.